Hi guys, I'm Ashish and you're watching me on Medico Acme India. So guys, today's lecture is basically on the essentials of mathematics, where I'm going to give you the tricks and formulas for the examinations like CSIR-JRF and AIIMS PhD entrance aptitude. So guys, this lecture is going to be a very huge lecture because CSIR-JRF aspirants are going to be benefited very much. Why? Because all the questions in the CSIR-JRF gate are asked from this topic only. I am like 100% sure that all the questions which is going to collide you in the kind of CSIR-JRF GATE and AIIMS PhD entrance maths part basically is going to hit from this topic only, where I am going to give you the tricks and formulas. Please note down all the formulas and tricks which I am going to give you the kind of gesture of the importance. Then you please write it down in the notebook and you can carry out that notebook to the examination center. So guys, let's start the topic with a very kind of importance, and the first thing which comes in our mind in the maths is the numbers. So numbers becomes very important. What are integers, what are natural numbers? So these becomes very important. So natural numbers start with the 1. Okay, so sum of all the first n natural numbers will be the n plus 1 by 2, and sum of all the squares of the n natural numbers will be n plus 1, 2n plus 1 by 6. So sum of cubes of the first n natural numbers n plus 1 by 2 ka whole square. So guys, there is no explanation required, but the only kind of thing that you can remember it, you can memorize it, and no explanation is here. This is just the summing and kind of thing, summation and all. So sum of first n odd natural numbers will be n square. Okay, so guys, very important. Fourth point basically is very important, and the first point is very important. So you can remember at least first and third points. Okay, so guys, work and time. If A can do a piece of work in n days, then A's work in 1 day will be 1 by n. So this is very important. Many times questions are asked that there is A, B, C, 3 persons are there and they are doing their job. Okay, in different days. Why? Because they have different efficiencies. So you have to take the separate proportion. You can say 1 by n, 1 by n, 1 by n, 1 by n1, 1 by n2, 1 by n3. Then you have to sum up all the things to get the kind of work they can do together. So you have to run your mind here. Okay, this is the game of the mind only. Okay, so A and B can together work for 9 n days. Then A plus B's 1 day work will be 1 by n. So guys, if a pipe can fill a tank in x hours, this is the same type of question where the person is going to work, and here what happens, the pipes are going to work. So pipes basically are filling the tank, and there is an outlet and inlet in the tank. Outlet for the emptying process and inlet for the filling process. So what happened, the filling pipe takes x hours and another pipe can empty the full tank in y hours. So emptying process in y hours. Then on opening both the pipes, net part filled in 1 hour will be 1 by x minus 1 by y if y is greater than x. So emptying process is faster than the filling process. Then 1 by x minus 1 by y will be the part of work which has been done by the pipes in 1 hour. Okay, so guys, let's talk about the progression. Progressions are very important. Progressions are the trend where the repeated things occurs. Okay, so an arithmetic progression and geometric progressions are the two progressions which are basically of importance in the maths. So an arithmetic progression is the form of a plus d, a plus 2d, a plus 3d, where a is the first term and d is the common difference. So is the case with the geometric progression also, where ar square, ar cube are the trend. So basically progression is the trend of progressing. Okay, so here a is also the first term and r is the common ratio, and in the arithmetic progression you have seen that is the common difference. So arithmetic progression is common ratio, so remember. So this is the format in the tabular form that the arithmetic and geometric calculations are given for the nth term and the sum of the n natural number, n terms of the progression. So nth term is basically in the arithmetic progression is a plus n minus 1 into d, and in the geometric progression there is a r n minus 1. This is very important for CSIR guys, and in the AIIMS PhD entrance these are basically and commonly asked questions. Okay, so sum of first n terms Sn equal to n by 2 2a plus n minus 1 into d, or you can say n by 2 first term plus last term. If you split the 2a, then it will be a plus n minus 1 into d, and that becomes the first term a plus last term. Okay, that is the tn. Okay, so guys, for geometric progression it is a 1 minus r to the power n divided by 1 minus r. R minus 1 or 1 minus r can be used conversely, there is no problem with that. Okay, so most of the things, most of the books are mentioning 1 minus r, and some of the books are mentioning r minus 1, so they can be interchangeably used, but this is of less relevant than the arithmetic progression. So geometric progression can be asked at the kind of difficulty level, when the question has difficulty level of 5 or 6. Okay, so generally arithmetic progressions are asked, I mean. Okay, so divisibility is very important for the examination point of view, where a number of is divisible by 3 if the sum of all the digits in the number is divisible by 3, and same with the 9. This is very simple, nothing to mind about it. A number is divisible by 4 if the number formed by the last 2 digits, then units and tens place. If you are going to divide by 4, if the units and tens place together is divisible by 4, then the number will be divisible by 4. Same thing happens with the 8 also. Okay, so for 8 units, tens and hundreds, that is last 3 digits, if divisible by 8, then the number will be divisible by 8. So this is very useful for the numbers which has the bigger kind of digits. Suppose 5 digits, 6 digits number, then it is very important. So third point, a number is divisible by 6 if number is divisible by 2 and 3 both. So this is kind of very easy thing. So 7 and 11 basically in this slide is very important. So divisibility of 7 and divisibility of 11. So a number is divisible by 7 if you double the last digit and subtract from the rest of the number, and answer is divisible by 7. So very kind of layman language it is written. So 231 has 1 at the last, so 1 into 2 equal to 2, and 23 left, 23 minus 2 equal to 21. So 21 is divisible by 7, so the full number 231 is divisible by 7. Nothing to worry about it. So guys, next point basically we have discussed in the second point. So next, the second last point, a number is divisible by 11 if the difference of the sum of the digits at odd places and the sum of digits at the even places is divisible by 11. So what you have to do, suppose if the 7 8 numbers in the kind of digits in the number, then you have to sum all the odd place wala number and then the even place wala number, and then you are going to get a difference of all those. If the difference is negative, nothing to mind about it, but just it should be divisible by 11. If it is divisible by 11, then the number will be divisible by 11. Okay, so a number is divisible by 12 if the number is divisible by 3 and 4 both. Okay, so very easy, last point. So 7 and 11 you can remember. So because these 7 and 11 divisibility are known by very few of the people or few of the aspirants, so it is basically the most common target for the question setters. So HCF and LCM. HCF is basically highest common factor. Okay, and LCM is basically the lowest common multiple. Okay, so please don't be confused about it. The highest common factor is the highest number, LCM, that is lowest common multiple, is the lowest number. So this is just the converse. Highest means just the highest common, the factor, the highest divisibility kind of thing, and LCM is the multiplied format may has the least position. So HCF of 2 or more numbers is greatest number that divides each one of them. So if I'll say please tell me that in 6 and 8 what is the HCF of 6 and 8, then it will be 2. Why? Because 2 is the highest number that can divide 6 and 8 both. So this is HCF, and least number which is exactly divisible by both of them is the lowest common multiple. So here you have to get a number which is basically the least number that is divisible by 6 and 8 both. So what will be that? That will be obviously 24. So 24 will be lowest common multiple for 6 and 8. Why? 6 into 4 equal to 24, 8 into 3 equal to 24. So 24 is divisible by both. So two numbers are said to be co-prime if they have the HCF of 1. Like suppose 3 and 5. 3 and 5 has the HCF of 1. Not other than 1, anyone is going to divide it. Okay, so 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, these are the co-primes basically. Please remember these 3 upper points, these are very important. These 2 points are subsidiary, you can remember not. Okay, HCF of fractions equal to HCF of numerator and LCM of denominators, LCM of fraction. So guys, HCF of fraction equal to HCF of numerators divided by LCM of denominators, and LCM of fractions equal to HCF of numerators and divided by HCF of denominators. Denominators means down, so denominator D for D, you can say, remember in this way, denominator down means in the fraction lower one will be the denominator and upper one will be the numerator. Okay, so guys, product of two numbers equal to product of their HCF and LCM. Okay, so the product of two number must be fulfilling this criteria, so please remember. So guys, about permutation and combination, very simple questions are basically asked from the permutation and combination. What do you mean by permutation and combination? Permutation and combination means after the shuffling, how many probabilities you can get from the number. So suppose if you have the 10 alphabets and you are given that 5 alphabets, in how many ways you are going to assemble that 5 alphabets. Okay, so 10 they have given. Okay, out of 10 they are asking for the 5. So NPR basically represents the same thing. N is the total object or total, you can say here, alphabets, and R is the out of, which means the few alphabets which are basically selected alphabets. So NPR equal to N factorial divided by N minus R factorial. And same with the combination. Combination has the N CR or N factorial divided by R factorial N minus R factorial. So here if they have the 5 values, then N minus R equal to 5. So N is 10 factorial for NCR. Basically N factorial is 10 factorial divided by 5 factorial into 5 factorial. Okay, so this kind of thing can be asked. Do not go into detail about the permutation and combination. Just remember that permutation and combination are the things that can be used for the assembly, or you can say probability in which the things are arranged, objects are arranged. In how many ways you can arrange basically. Okay, so NCR equal to NPR divided by R factorial. In the like shaded you can say box, you can see this is very important relation. What happens, sometimes they will give you the NCR and NPR value and they will tell you that what is the R factorial. So in this way you can use this formula. Okay, so guys, please remember this formula is very important. So please note down. Where I am saying it is very important, please note it down. Proportions. Ratio A is to B represents A fraction of A by B. So A by B, this everyone knows. Okay, A is the antecedent and B is the consequent. So please remember this. A is the kind of thing that is in relation, or you can say analog of numerator, and C is the thing that is corresponding to the denominator. Okay, so numerator and denominator relation. So if A is to B equal to C is to D, then we have A into D equal to B into C. This is kind of crisscross things. Okay, if you have 1 by 2 and equal to 2 by 3, then you are doing the crisscross thing and then equilibrating. So this is the same thing. Okay, so if A by B equal to C by D, then A plus B divided by A minus B equal to D plus C divided by D minus C. Very important. Sometimes application based questions are asked from these kind of formulas. Okay, so please remember all these three are very important. So guys, percentage. If A is R% more than B, then B is less than A by how many percentage? So this type of questions can be asked. Suppose if A is 2% more than B, then B is less than A by how many percentage? So this has happened. Why? Because A and B has different values. Okay, so this will be R by 100 plus R into 100. You can remember it in this way: 100 R by 100 plus R, 100 into R by 100 plus R. Same thing will happen for the kind of thing where it is asked how many, like B is more than by how many percentage with the A. So here you can use 100 minus R. For more, you are doing the 100 minus R, that is minus is added, and for the less, plus. So this is the opposite. So in this way you can remember that for the less than you are using the plus, and for the more than you are using the minus. Okay, profit and loss. So many times questions are asked in the from the profit and loss in the CSIR exam. Book selling question, pen selling questions are asked. So in this section you are going to study about the three formulas. Okay, gain equal to selling price minus cost price. Everyone knows. So this is just the thing. It is not asked in the examination, so it is the thing that is of less relevant. Gain percent equal to gain into 100 by CP Please remember this thing. This is basically what the percentage based question. Suppose if you have purchased a pen of for rupees 10 and you are going to sell that pen to your friend at the like kind of 12 rupees, then what happens? Then selling price is 12 and the cost price is 10, so gain is equal to 2. That is the selling price minus cost price, 2. So 2 by 100 into CP was 10. Okay, so you can see that you have got the like gain percent of 20%. Okay, so in this way you can calculate. This is just the percentage based questions. Gain percent is just the percentage based question where you can use your mind and you can solve the question. But third formula is very important. If you know the third formula, then you can solve any of the question from the profit and loss. So please write it down, the third formula, note it down basically. Selling price equal to 100 plus gain percent divided by 100 into cost price. Okay, so if the loss percent is given, then the 100 plus loss percent will be there. Okay, so guys, in this way you can remember profit and loss type of formulas. So guys, just go ahead and distance and time. Distance equal to speed time, everyone knows, but the second point is very important. 1 kilometer per hour equal to 5 by 18 meter per second. So sometimes conversion based questions are also asked in the examinations, where you have what you have to do, you have to just convert the kind of units into different unit. So here you can use 5 by 18 to convert the 1 kilometer per hour into meter per second. So if a man covers a certain distance at x kilometer per hour and a certain equal distance in y kilometer per hour, then average speed during the whole journey will be 2xy by x plus y. If you know the formula, then it is going to be very easy, where you are going to use the like 5 minutes of time. This will be solved in 20-30 seconds. So please remember this formula at least. This is very important. The second and third point are very important. First, you know, I know. Okay, so train based problems are basically asked in some of the examinations in the CSIR-JRF, GATE and AIIMS PhD. So time taken by a train x meter long in passing a stationary object of length y meter, suppose platform stationary object, and is equal to the time taken by the train to cover x plus y meter. So this is very simple. What they have done the addition of the train, length of the train and length of the platform. So they have added and then they are going to calculate the time. So you can use the formula for the time, that distance equal to speed into time, and you can where the distance is there, you can use the x plus y meter. Okay, so in this way you are going to solve the problem. But if they are telling that there is a pole or there is a standing man and train is going to pass or cross the pole or the stationary man, then the stationary man or pole has the zero distance, zero length, tends to 0. So there the x plus y will become only x. This is the general case. So please remember that the pole and the like kind of man, you are going to leave or ignore their length. Okay, so if two trains of length x and y kilometer are moving in the same direction at u kilometer and v kilometer per hour, where u is greater than v, then the time taken by the faster train to cross the slower train will be x plus y by u minus v. So very simple, u minus vy, because they are moving in the same direction. So you might have like experienced while traveling in the train that if you are going to cross the train on the like parallel track and they are going to cross in the opposite direction, then what happens? You feel that your train has increased your speed. So this is due to why u plus v happens. So if there will be the opposite direction kind of crossings, then x plus y divided by u plus v will occur. Okay, so let's go ahead. Simple and compound interest. Let p is the principal, r is the interest rate, and n is the time period for which you have like done your fixed deposit. So they'll give you the simple interest equal to p into n into r by 100. Why 100? Because r by 100 is given because that is the proportion. If suppose they are giving 0.08%, 0.08 proportion, so here 8 by 100 is written. So this is the proportion based like kind of format of the interest rate. So please mind that if they are giving the 0.08, then you are not going to write the 100 at the denominator. If they are giving the 8, then you are going to use the 100. So it will represent the percentage, 8 by 100 equal to percentage. So the same thing happened with the compound interest formula. So in compound interest equal to P in the bracket 1 plus R by 100 into N minus P. Minus P means they have like subtracted the principal, so that to calculate the only crude, you can say, compound interest. So amount equal to principal plus interest, everyone knows. So logarithm में a raised to the power m equal to x, then m equal to log a base x. So please remember first thing, and the second, third are very simple, where you are going to get the thing that if they are going to give you the product, then product will be changed in the positive, and they are going to do the division kind of thing, then that will be changed into difference in the log format. So multiplication will change into addition, and the division will change into subtraction in the logarithm based format. Okay, so guys, please remember. So guys, area and perimeter, many times you have like encountered, if you have given the exam like CSIR-JRF and AIIMS PhD, many times you have like encountered this type of questions. So in the yellow box you can find that perimeter or circumference is given. Circumference or perimeter are same. Okay, circle equal to pi r square area, and square has the area of a square. Everyone knows rectangle has L into b. So this is just the warm up thing. Okay, and for the perimeter 2 pi r square, 2 pi r for the circle, and for the square that is 4a, and the rectangle 2l plus b. Okay, so guys, for triangle, half base into height is used for the kind of thing where you are having the height given. But if you are not given height and the triangle is of, you can say, all the sides different, then you can use this formula, root under s minus a, s minus b into s minus c. So s is here the a plus b plus c by 2. Okay, a plus b plus c by 2 is s. Okay, so where the triangle have different length sides, then you are going to use this type of formula, root under wala, and for the kind of triangle who is having the height, you are going to use the half base into height. So parallelogram, base into height, area, all the areas basically I am going to discuss. The circumference or perimeter part is basically boxed in the yellow outline. So please remember, rhombus, you can see here rhombus in the shaded yellow portion. What happens in the rhombus? Rhombus has the side. Rhombus is basically all the sides are of the same length, or you can say. Okay, but what happens? They are running in the parallel directions. Okay, the opposite sides are in the parallel direction, but they are basically tilted square, you can say. So half into product of diagonals is the area of the rhombus. So you can find it out. So trapezium, at the upper apex you can say ABCD marked. Okay, so this is trapezium where only two sides are parallel and two sides are non-parallel, and so here the area will be half into sum of parallel sides into distance between the parallel sides. Okay, so this will be calculated like this with this formula. Quadrilateral have half into diagonal into sum of sides. Very easy. Quadrilateral is basically shown here. You can see in the greenish orangish part basically. So guys, regular hexagon, or you can say benzene wala part, has the 6 root under 3 4 a square. So you can use this formula for finding out the area of the hexagon. For ring, you are going to use pi capital R square minus small r square, where r and r are the outer and inner radii. So concentric ring basically this is. Okay guys, so let's move toward the surface area and volume, from which most of the questions are asked in the CSIR-JRF and AIIMS PhD entrance. So guys, cube has the volume of AQ. Cubic units are very important. Sometimes what happens in the examinations, they are going to confuse you, screw out with giving you the different units. Okay, so please remember that volume has the cubic unit, surface area has the square unit, and the diagonal, or you can say length, has the single or normal unit. Okay, so guys, volume of cube is equal to AQ, and surface area has the 6 square, and diagonal is equal to root 3a. For cuboid, it is volume equal to LBH, that's length into breadth into height, and the surface area has the 2 LB plus BH plus HL square units, and diagonal equal to root under L square plus B square plus H square. For cylinder, it is a kind of, you can say, volume equal to pi r square H, and curved surface area is basically total surface area minus the open end. So what they have done, they have subtracted the end part. So end you can see is a plate of circular plate, you can see say. So what they have done, they have basically subtracted the thing from the, you can say, the total surface area. So curved surface area equal to 2 pi r h, and total surface area has the two ends also added there. So 2 pi r h plus 2 pi r square. Pi r square for one circle and 2 pi r square for two circular area. Okay. So cone equal to L square h square, L square equal to h square plus r square. This is very important relation, please remember it. So volume equal to 1 by 3 pi r square h, and curved surface area, again here they have what, they have neglected the open end, the circular open end. So what they are doing, pi r l, and so the total surface area will be pi r l plus pi r square. See what is happening, if there are two ends, then 2 pi r square. Why? Because pi r square is the area of the circle. So 2 pi r square. Cone has only one open circular end, so the addition of only 1 pi r square. Okay, so this is the basic relation. Sphere has the volume of 4 by 3 pi r cube and surface area equal to 4 pi r square. So guys, there is no logic behind it, but this is just the thing which the mathematicians have derived. So what you have to do, you have to just remember it. So hemisphere has the volume equal to 2 by 3 pi r cube and curved surface area equal to 2 pi r square, and the total surface area is the 3 pi r square. Why? Because one end to 2 pi r square plus 1 pi r square, this is 3 pi r square. So one important thing here, you can establish the relation between these. Okay, so you can see that the volume of the sphere equal to 2 into volume of the hemisphere. Okay, so prism has the volume of area into area of base into height. So prism basically is asked many times in the CSIR-JRF, but not in the AIIMS PhD. So you can remember the thing. So guys, this is, I think, the end of the lecture. So guys, please, this is my sincere request that please subscribe my channel and please hit the like button if you like the video. This is very essential lecture and you are going to be benefited more, and please share to the maximum number of people you can. Okay, so guys, thank you so much. Please hit the like button and please hit the bell button so that you are notified with the next upcoming videos. Okay, thank you guys, thank you so much.